This will be the day remembered as the day that Amber Heard almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah, as you guys know, obviously, you guys know what I'm talking about today. Yeah, today, the verdict came down in the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation lawsuit, where Johnny Depp sued his ex-wife, an abuser, yeah, Amber Heard, for $50 million. And the verdict came down today. I couldn't do a video on it earlier because I was busy, but the decision came down today, and the jury sided with Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp was awarded $15 million. It's not the full 50 million that he was suing for, but he at least got something. Like, I wish he would get more, but it is what it is. Like, but they did say that he also has to pay her $2 million for defamation, which obviously I believe it has to do with the fact that he was associated with his lawyer at one time. Now, you could take that either way you want, but that's just the way I take it. And like I believe justice was finally served to Johnny Depp. He can finally move on and get on with his life and get whatever life he has left. And like I'm just happy for him. Like, I am so happy for Johnny Depp, and not just Johnny Depp himself. I'm also this also shows that it shows support for men who are being abused, because as you guys know, men can be abused no matter what anyone says. Women are not the only ones who can be abused in any relationship. Men can as well. You can view it however you want to take it, but that's just how it is. And like, yeah, we're going to be talking about that the verdict today, and also we're going to be talking about podcasting and versus the mainstream media, and and we're also going to be talking about Colby Chaos Covington, the UFC fighter, and my favorite fighter of today, because yeah, I'm a huge UFC fan, and we're going to get into talking about him, but first I want to talk about the Johnny Depp trial and stuff like that. But before we get into that, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video, and turn on notifications so we can beat the YouTube algorithm. Because my channel is shadow banned, and we need to break it so we can grow this channel. Because my goal is to get this channel to grow and become bigger. That is what I'm trying to do. All right, give me 1 second right here now, guys. I'm gonna go bring this up. We're gonna look at the verdict. The video of the verdict, the decision came down. 1 second. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard for, and also before we get into this, Johnny was not in person during this, where Johnny was. He was actually out of the country, I believe, because I believe he's doing some concert or something, like because he's a musician actually. But so yeah, right here. Okay, share screen. Okay, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, share tab. Okay, right here, guys. We're gonna go watch the verdict right here. Give me 1 second, because I want to hear this. This is actually gonna be something pretty fun to watch. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, right here, guys. We're gonna listen to this. Where is it? Right here.
Sir.
Right here.
Jury? All right.
Right here, guys.
All right. Mr. Foreperson, is this the verdict of the jury? All right.
Okay.
Is it unanimous? Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And by the way, they're not actually going to be revealing the names of the jurors until at least a year.
In civil case
'Cause they-
number
right here,
CL
right here.
2019-2911,
Okay.
Mr. Depp's claim against Ms. Heard. 1. As to the statement appearing in the online op-ed entitled, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our
It's not
culture's
true.
wrath. That
Yeah.
has to change. In the
Okay.
Washington Post online edition. Quote,
All right.
I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath.
No, you
has
did
to
not.
change.
You're
End
making it
quote.
harder for actual
Do you find
victims to
that
come
Mr. Depp
forward.
has proven all the elements of
You're
defamation?
what you're doing.
Answer,
You're making it
yes.
harder for actual
Has
victims
Mr. Depp
to come
proven by
forward.
a greater weight of
Just to make them
evidence
all look bad
that
by doing this,
question,
Amber.
the
Heard.
statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard? Answer,
Yeah.
yes. Question, due to circumstances surrounding the publication of this statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp?
Okay.
Answer, yes. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes. 2, as to the statement appearing in the op-ed entitled "A Transformative Moment for Women" in the Washington Post print edition and the online op-ed, Amber Heard,
Oh my
I
God.
spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post online edition.
Okay, we're gonna
Quote,
skip
then
ahead
2
to where
years
the
ago,
verdict can
I
get.
became a public. Has Mr. Depp proven by a greater circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication
All right, here.
to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes. 3, as to the statement appearing in the op-ed entitled
Okay.
"A Transformative Moment for Women" in the Washington Post print edition and the online op-ed, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post
No.
online edition.
Okay.
By a greater weight of the evidence. That question, the statement was made about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
Okay.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence
Okay.
that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes. 2911.
Right here. Right here. Here it is.
We, the jury, award compensatory solid other than Mr. Depp. Answer,
Right
yes.
here. We should begin to it right here.
Do you find
Sorry
that
about that,
Mr.
guys.
Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes. As against Amber Heard, we, the jury, award compensatory damages in the amount of $10 million.
There we go. Yep.
As against Amber Heard,
Look at her.
we, the jury, award punitive damages in the amount of $5 million.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
In civil case number CL 2019-2911, Ms. Heard's claim against Mr. Depp. 1, as to this statement appearing in the April 8, 2020
Okay.
online edition of the Daily Mail, quote, Amber Heard and her friends in the media
Okay.
use fake sexual violence allegations as both a sword and shield,
Yeah.
depending on their
Okay.
needs. They have selected some of her sexual violence hoax facts
Okay.
as the sword, inflicting them on the public and Mr. Depp. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, no.
Yep.
2, as to this statement appearing in the April 27, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail, quote, quite simply, this was an ambush, a hoax. They set Mr. Depp up by calling the cops, but the first attempt did not do the trick. The officers came to the penthouses, thoroughly searched and interviewed, and left after seeing no damage to face or property.
Yep.
So Amber and her friends spilled a little wine and roughed the place up, got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and publicist, and then placed a second call to 911, end quote. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements
Okay.
of defamation? Answer, yes. Has Ms. Heard proven by a greater weight of the evidence that
What?
question, Mr. Waldman, while
No.
acting as an agent for Mr. Depp, made or published the statement? Answer, yes.
Okay.
Question, the statement was
Okay.
about Ms. Heard. Answer, yes.
Okay, now.
Question, the statement was seen by someone other than Ms. Heard. Answer,
Okay.
yes. Question,
Yeah.
the statement was false. Answer, yes.
Okay.
Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven
Okay.
by clear and convincing evidence that the statement by Mr. Waldman was made with actual malice?
Okay.
Answer, yes. 3, as to this statement appearing in the April 27th, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail, quote, "We've reached the beginning of the end of Ms. Heard's abuse hoax against Johnny Depp," end quote. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, no.
Okay.
As against John C. Depp II, we, the jury, award compensatory damages in the amount of $2 million. As against John C. Depp II, we, the jury, award punitive damages in the amount of $0.
The only reason that he has to pay damages like that is the reason is because he was associated with his lawyer at that time. The lawyer at that time that he was associated with them. But I don't think Johnny intended for that to go on the way it did. But because he was associated with them, he has to pay that $2 million. But as there it is.
Does either side wish to have the jury polled?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Jamie?
Okay.
Members of the jury, if this
Okay.
is your verdict, please answer yes. If
Okay.
this is not your verdict, please answer no. Juror
Okay.
number 6. Juror
Okay.
number 10. Juror number 15. Juror number 16.
Okay.
Juror number 22.
Uh-huh.
Juror number 27. Juror number 29.
I do find that the jury's verdict is unanimous. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes your service in this case.
Okay.
I want to thank you again for your dedication and your hard work during this trial. And I know I speak for everybody here when I tell you that we appreciate your sacrifices and your time and your public service in this matter. Okay?
But there you go, like there. Like clearly, it's obvious that Amber Heard was the one who was actually abusing Johnny Depp, and actually made it look like that he was actually abusing her when clearly she was not being abused. Johnny Depp was the one who was actually being abused. It was not. It was not Amber Heard. And after this verdict came down, Amber Heard, she put out a statement, which we're gonna go look at that right here on her Twitter. So give me 1 second. Amber Heard. Okay. We go find her statement right here. Give me a second. Okay. Right here. This is the statement that she actually had put out there. Well, I believe she and her lawyers probably made 2 of them just in case it went either way. But I'm pretty sure I don't know if they thought it was going to go one way or the other. But I'm sure that they made the 2 different statements just in case one decision happened, if a different one happened. But we're going to read this right here. And this is from Amber Heard. Oh, and look at this, though, first. Who can reply? People real Amber Heard follows or mention can reply. Okay. So clearly, it's pretty obvious that she like the fact that she's not allowing and just anyone to comment on it when everyone else pretty much allows them to, but she's not. So that just tells you what you need to know. But with that aside, we're going to read this right here. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportion of power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. Because there was no evidence that he abused you. There was plenty of evidence that you abused him and that you planted fake evidence to make it look like he abused you. Like all the fake makeup stuff, all the audio recordings and stuff like that, that just proves it. Also, the fact that he took a crap in his bed. So, yeah. So I don't know. Very few people actually believe Amber Heard right now. Very, very, very few people do. And the most people that do believe her are just SJWs. That's just how it is. Like you can view it however you want, but yeah. And the fact that because she says the sway of Johnny Depp, her ex. Well, here's the thing. Not only because Johnny Depp is so popular, and because a lot of people like him, like it's also because you're stupid, and just yeah. And he lost his entire career, his most iconic role of all time, Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean. Disney fired him over your allegations. Literally took his entire career away from him, and you destroyed his name. You slandered him, and yeah. Then on top of that, he got fired from Fantastic Beasts when he played Grindelwald. They fired him for that because of your allegations and the fact that you made it all up. You ruined the guy's career, and it's all on you. It's not on him. It's you. And so, yeah. But the fact is that you're still playing Mira. And now there has been some reports that in Aquaman 2, she's going to have like less than 10 minutes of screen time. I'm still not convinced on that. I mean, it may be true. It may not be because like, it has not been confirmed at all. Now, there was a witness on the stand from Warner Brothers, and the person did say that in the movie, she appears a little bit in the first act and then a little bit in the third act. So I don't know, like maybe because she's in a hospital. I believe that's what he said. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that's something around the lines he said. And so, yeah. I'm going to keep reading right here. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. In a lot of ways, you're actually right there, because women who are truly actually abused, the ones who truly are abused, are now going to have a hard time coming forward now because now they're going to be ridiculed and make it look like they're lying or they're making the story up, because you made the story up and made it look bad for all women that are truly going through this. This is you're doing, ma'am. This is truly on you. It is a setback. In some ways, I agree because it makes it look like all women are lying. Yeah. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. You're making it look that even more because you lied about Johnny Depp. You lied to make him look like he abused you. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. It's supposed to be taken seriously. The vast majority of people do. But the fact that you lied shows it. That just shows it. And like I said, more women are going to have a hard time coming forward because people like you are setting a bad example to make it look like all women are lying. So, yeah. I believe Johnny's attorneys, and Kamala, however her name is said, she's a great lawyer, and she destroyed Amber Heard and a lot in this trial. A lot. Attorneys succeeded in getting the jury to overlook the key issue of freedom of speech, and they ignored evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK. Okay, here to look. You have freedom of speech. You do. But you don't. But freedom of speech does not allow you to slander someone. That is a well-known fact. You cannot slander someone. Freedom of speech does not protect that at all. You cannot slander or do a call to action. Those are not protected speech. Everything else pretty much is protected speech. That's how it is. And so yeah. And the fact that you guys won in the UK, you beat Johnny Depp in the UK. Reason is because the UK is extremely biased and they overlook so much evidence themselves. Like they truly believe pretty much all women are telling the truth, literally. But that's on them. So yeah, and yeah, I'm sad I lost this case. I'm glad you did, but I am sadder that still I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American to speak freely and openly. No, you still have that right. You still do. You don't have a right to slander someone. So, yeah. I want to look at some of these comments right here. These comments, I should say. Because this is actually going to be pretty fun. I got to look at some of this. Like, this is going to be hilarious. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, this person named Carol or whatever it is. I'm so sorry, Angel. Your bravery and strength to stand up for yourself and all survivors won't go unnoticed. Yeah. We'll always stand with you. Stay strong there. Yeah. I don't know how to say that, so I can't comment to that, reply to that one. Okay. This one is actually pretty funny. I gotta see who follows this. Oh, no one follows it. You were so amazing and strong these last few days. I am very proud of you, and I didn't stop praying and defending you every day. Whatever. I never get tired of saying how wonderful you are and how much I love you. You are heard. That's a terrible pun. I've never been as proud as anyone as I am proud of you. Okay, you're proud of someone who actually lied and slandered someone and actually abused that person? Yeah. Okay. Oh, this part's funny, I can tell. Congratulations, my queen. Your strength gave me hope to fight the injustices of this world. You will forever be my superhero. Oh my god. This is so cringeworthy. My greatest love and my source of strength. Oh my god. Oh my god. You don't know how stupid this is. You have no idea how stupid this is. You fought for all the women in this world. No, you did not. You destroyed them, a lot of them. We need you. I love you. Okay. This is a true definition of what a fan girl or fan man or fan boy, whatever you want to call it, is. This is a true definition. Someone who truly loves everything about them and ignores everything else. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I got to say with that comment right there. My darling girl, you did everything you could. You did everything right. Yeah, you did everything right to make Johnny Depp look good and to make yourself look bad. That's what you did. I'm so proud of you and will never stop fighting. We are always with you. Okay. All these people here, all these comments are actually positive comments. That's just what it is. And you can't even reply to any of these, really. Because look, you see? No one is replying to these comments. They're all making up. Oh my god! Like, who is this Iran? I gotta look who this person is. Like, is this okay? Young Stalin. Stalin. Oh my god! That just tells me everything. Stalin. Oh my god! That's all I need. Oh my! This person is actually is actually a communist. That's what this person is. This person is truly a communist. Oh my god! If this person's a communist, then I think they would pretty much love to be in Russia right now, or to be in China, or to be in the Middle East, or to be in Australia, for instance. Yeah, that just tells you right there. Let's see. What are some of these? Okay. Is this person a troll or something? Like, oh my god. Evening Standard. This is Johnny Depp, the wife beater. Career ruling as judge rules he violently abused Amber Heard. Okay. Oh, you see how stupid this is? Clearly trying to make Johnny look so bad. Like, whatever. But thank God he was proven. He was actually showed that he was innocent, and he actually got justice. For once, got justice. Okay, I'm not going to bother reading a lot of these comments right here. I didn't get a chance to watch all of this, but Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers actually made a good video. Geeks and Gamers. Where is this right here? Anta Sarkisian, however you say her name, has a meltdown over Johnny Depp's win over Amber Heard. I wanted to talk about this right here. Give me 1 second right here. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Jeremy. I'm a huge fan of Geeks and Gamers. And I was in the middle watching part of the episode of this video, but I didn't get to finish it. So we're gonna finish it right here. Because if you guys never heard of Jeremy, you guys got to go subscribe over to his channel, Geeks and Gamers. So, and it's pretty fun stuff.
I'm finding so many reasons to find so much enjoyment out of this Johnny Depp verdict. And nothing makes me happier than to see social justice weirdos losing their minds. And we have one of the top tier social justice weirdos, Anita Sarkeesian.
Social justice weirdos is one of the best shades at SJWs. That's one of the best you could do. So, yeah.
Losing her mind over the Johnny Depp Amber Heard verdict. Right here is the tweet from Anita. This is so spectacularly fucked.
Jeremy does this funny voice. It's so hilarious. Jeremy, I think I don't know if he is a comedian or not, but if he isn't, he should become one. He's hilarious.
I can't even fully grapple with the levels of misogyny on every single level of this process,
starting with domestic violence. I can't keep doing the voice, and abuse, and ending via legally vindicated gaslighting. And that's a retweet from another blue check mark who says a jury has sanctioned Johnny Depp's abuse of his ex-wife, punishing her for speaking out about her experiences of abuse.
That just tells you all you need to know about this Moria, however you say this person's name. Dungeon, whatever. I'm not interested in continuing to botch that stupid name or whatever. But yeah, like it was not her experiences. She was lying. Did you guys know that in this trial, when she said that she actually used a certain brand of makeup for a certain type of makeup from a certain company to cover up the marks that she supposedly had from being punched or kicked or whatever. Turns out when you look at it, that company did not make that type of makeup at that time of the abuse that she says she went through. So, yeah, right.
This will silence women, and it is meant to. No, that's not what it's meant to. What it's meant to do is the worst thing imaginable to leftists. It's to actually look at the facts and the evidence and make an educated decision based on the facts and the evidence. So if anything is hurting women being silenced or it's forcing them into silence, it's the fact that you have people like Amber Heard faking stuff when there are real victims out there pulling a whole Jussie Smollett,
or Bubba Wallace, for instance. Yeah.
Where they're faking what's going on. Then when you have real victims, it makes it more difficult for the real victims. So if you have a problem with women being silenced or being intimidated to speak up, maybe you shouldn't celebrate people like Amber Heard.
Yep.
Maybe that's part of the process. But of course, that would mean you would have to be responsible and you wouldn't judge a situation based on identity politics.
Yeah.
But of course, we know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Anita Sarkeesian continues, and apparently she's already deleted one tweet.
Oh, deleted a tweet. That tells you all you need to know. Oh, God. Oh, down here, this person says, you will blame toxic video gamers for that too now. Yep. I want to read this myself. The wide-scale celebration and joy of a survivor being gaslit is horrifying. No, she's not a survivor. She is actually an abuser. If a rich white woman can't even be believed, what about all the something? Yeah, I'm not going to say those words. Working class folks and other marginalized survivors supposed to feel. Who the F is going to believe us? No one's going to believe people who lie like that. No one will. Just don't lie about. Just don't slander someone. Because guess what? When you slander someone by faking abuse crimes and saying like that, you're making it harder for actual victims to come forward. Yeah.
The wide scale celebration.
Oh, okay. Look at this. Not surprised you're with Amber after all that evidence. All these are funny right here. So yeah.
And joy of a survivor being gaslit is horrifying. If a rich white woman can't even be believed, what about all of this biopic queer? What is biopic? I don't know what the hell that means. Queer, disabled folks, working class folks, and other marginalized survivors supposed to feel? Who the fuck is going to believe us?
Yeah.
Again, you are viewing things in a specific gender identity politics nonsensical way. And when you view the world like that, you're always going to be a failure. When you view the world through facts and logic, that's what it comes down to. Again, I have problems with Johnny Depp on a personal level in terms of like how he's, some of the things he said and done or whatever. It doesn't change the fact that when you look at the facts and the evidence of this case, if you look at what has actually went down, he was right. She was wrong. And a jury saw it that way because the facts and the evidence was laid out that way. Because I can actually separate my personal opinions and my personal feelings when looking objectively at the facts and the evidence. Something that a person...
Facts don't care about feelings.
...like Anita Sarkeesian cannot do. But that doesn't surprise anyone. But the meltdown is beautiful. I'm loving every single second of it. And I want to continue to laugh at the people that are having the meltdown. And I think that umbrella guy said it best earlier, where
well, you gotta look at that part right there.
Where he says single second of it, and I want to continue to laugh at the people that are having the meltdown.
Right here.
And I think that umbrella guy said it best earlier.
This part's funny right here that he tweeted. I know for the people listening to the audio, you can't see this, but what this is like he actually I think he retweeted this or whatever, something like this. I can't tell. He took the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars or the Grammys or whatever you want to call it. I don't remember. And put Elon Musk's face over Will Smith and put that meme of that SJW whining that Trump won the presidential election, and had basically where Elon smacking this woman. So yeah. Basically, I'm putting a giant middle finger to the SJWs.
Where, he says, I'm being warned that there is a hit piece incoming for me on the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard thing. The media didn't see us coming, and so now they're going to try and take us down. That is going to happen. They are absolutely going to put hit pieces out on everyone that was covering this. They got a lot of traction. They're going.
Even if Johnny Depp didn't win the lawsuit, he still won in the public eye by far, and it's not even close. So Amber Heard, her career is practically over. Johnny Depp's maybe over, but even if he, whether or not, I hope he comes back and comes back stronger. I don't know if he will. I hope he does, but who knows? But he would win in the public eye no matter what because of all the evidence that was put forth.
Going after anyone that had any relevance whatsoever, because it drives them crazy knowing that individuals sitting at their houses have far more impact than the mainstream with these multi-million-dollar studios, because one group of people is giving you facts and the truth and the other is manipulating, and they want to keep people divided. So shout out to that umbrella guy and many others doing a great job. And I'm loving the meltdown going on, and I will continue to cover all of this meltdown. It's been beautiful to watch. You guys have a great day. Thank you very, very much for checking out this video. We will talk to you later.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jeremy. He's a really cool guy and all that. But yeah, I mostly agree with him on most. I agree with him on most things. I disagree with him on some things, but the vast majority of everything I agree with him on, like on Star Wars and like other forms of content. I agree with him on it completely. And yeah. Also, and there's another person I wanted to react to. We're not going to watch the entire thing, but it's all. You guys know who Grace Randolph is. She is a left-wing movie viewer. She reviews movies and TV shows. She's extremely left-wing, and she has her own opinions on it. on the Johnny Depp verdict. She made a video on it. I haven't watched it, but we're gonna go right into this because I want to show people this. This is gonna be like, Grace Randolph. She is a terrible person right here. In my opinion, she's terrible, and I just want to I want to show this to you guys. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna watch the entire thing, but we're gonna watch part of it.
Johnny Depp won, and he won big. This is a huge victory for him. The Virginia jury not only found Amber Heard's accusations of abuse to be false. Oh, that's really an important distinction. But that she made them with malice, their word, in an editorial in the Washington Post, which is what Johnny Depp was suing over.
Yeah.
However, in Heard's countersuit of defamation, the jury did find that one of 3 statements in question made by Depp's prior attorney about Heard also qualified as defamation. So the damages seem like an afterthought, which they actually were to the jury, who had to be
Actually, that is true. That did seem like an afterthought.
sent back after first reaching their verdict, as they left that part blank. They came back again with Heard having to pay Depp $15 million, $5 million for one count, 10 for another, and the judge brought that down to $10.35 million because on one of those situations there was a cap in the state law, so the $5 million had to be brought down to $350,000.
Okay.
And Depp has to pay Heard $2 million.
Okay, so it got brought down from $15 million to $10.35 million. Okay, then.
But they're both pretty much broke, as they discussed during this case. So I don't really see any of that money getting paid to either of them. Maybe some of it. Maybe some of it over time. But you could maybe see, I would think Heard for sure would declare bankruptcy.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not about money, though, as both of them, especially Depp, had their career on the line here. And there's much more money involved with that situation. That's where the
Johnny Depp's career has a chance to at least somewhat be to be put back. It won't be anywhere close to what it was, but at least something salvaged of it.
real money is, particularly getting Johnny Depp's career back online. Now, as I've said before, I feel that Depp and Heard were locked in an incredibly toxic relationship where they both share some responsibility. And
she abused him. Like, there's really no evidence that he abused her at all. None. Like, there's been so much audio and video record. Well, there was a slight video recording, but it didn't prove that he had abused her. There was a bunch of audio recordings that showed that she abused him and she admitted in those tapes that he runs away from arguments and fights because he does not want to actually abuse her, to actually put his hands on her. Because if he had stayed, he could potentially put his hands on her. So he just leaves, so he doesn't. So yeah, and she even admitted to putting her hands on him multiple times in that recording. So yeah.
No matter what the jury says here, or the judge back in the UK who found in favor of Heard, fans, the media, and the industry, everyone, will all have their own opinions, their own nuanced opinions on what went down between the two of these individuals and who they find to be the guilty party. And those opinions aren't going to change. Well, they might change. They might lessen over time, but they're there. Depp has his legion of supporters, and Amber Heard has hers, far less.
There's almost no one supporting her. Very, very few people support Amber Heard. Very, much less than even Grace is implying.
But they're there. So let's talk bottom line here. In this video, I want to talk bottom line about what this verdict means for their careers and how I think they would be best served moving forward. I think it was crucial that Depp win here, though, because otherwise he would have two verdicts against him. But now it's a draw, as the judge in the UK believed Heard's abuse accusations and said they were true. However,
because the UK legal system is pathetic.
However, with this new verdict coming in second, many will interpret it as correcting the UK verdict.
And
Depp certainly does, as do his fans. Because the jury, and again,
and I'm a diehard Johnny Depp fan.
It's crucial. They not only said that Amber Heard shouldn't have made those comments in the Washington Post, but they said that her accusations themselves were untrue, which is why what she said was malicious.
Yep.
Remember, Warner Brothers used the UK judge saying that Depp was guilty of Amber Heard's accusations to release him from Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
So, whether or not Depp is guilty in the eyes of the court of the law are a big one when companies are concerned and the general public. Now, I think this new verdict makes it possible for Depp to work in Hollywood again. I know he's made some very strong statements about that. I don't know if he'll return to Disney. I feel Depp is on a course to heal, and that means he could heal his relationship with Disney. I'm not sure.
I would hope he returned as Jack Sparrow for one last time in Pirates of the Caribbean, but I don't think he will. I wish he would, but he just won't.
I think it might take a while for Disney to even want to do that. Maybe not too long. We'll see. Things can move very fast in Hollywood, as we'll discuss with my Warner Brothers video later today with what's going on with management over there. But anyway, I do think his, as I've said before, I think his graphic text messages about Heard, which he admitted to, are not great. And I think he also has admitted.
At least he admitted to it, unlike Amber Heard admitting to a lot of others, not admitting to a lot of other stuff.
To serious substance abuse, which was going on while this was all happening, which has really clouded the he said, she said situation. But I feel there is likely a producer out there and a studio, maybe one of the smaller ones like Lionsgate, that will take a chance on Depp if he can prove he's gotten himself clean re-substance abuse, which will make him insurable. He's already taken to social media already today, right after this verdict, and started his campaign to return to the mainstream. And the statement that he posted is incredibly well written. He has a very good PR team behind him now. His focus on returning to innocent until proven guilty, both in the courts and the media, he stresses, is an excellent talking point. That's a great thing for him to focus on instead of focusing on Amber Heard. I think this is a great way for him to pivot and still be relevant to the conversation. But, let's not forget that Amber Heard talking about their relationship is what instigated all these court cases. So I think that this is very, very clever and well orchestrated on his part. Now, on that note, Depp has become a figurehead for Believe Men, which some will see as a counterbalance to Believe Women.
It should be, because guess what? Men can be abused, just like women can be abused.
And others will see as an attack on Believe Women, which further complicates the situation for Depp and major companies contemplating getting back into business with him. You don't want to seem insensitive to the women's side either. So this is tricky. So I think it will take time and work. But again, based on this expertly crafted social media post today from Depp and his team, I think he can do it. I see him writing a book. I honestly think that's the direction he's going to go in. And doing a tour to promote said book. Book tours are huge. Publishing companies have a long track record of not having any problem getting involved with controversial figures and paying them big bucks to do so, to write a book. And Depp desperately needs an infusion of cash. So that's a great path for him. And the book tour. They'll pay for the whole book tour. Although if you do a big interview, the outlet will pay to fly you out if it's an on-camera appearance. Yeah. But the book tour would be huge. I mean, look at the crowds who showed up for his trial. Not just United States tour, but a global book tour. He would have huge crowds turning up for him. Yeah. I would say he could even do interviews in a campaign sooner, but he doesn't want to look like he's taking a victory lap and gloating over a very serious case where Heard has now come out. I mean, Heard is where he was coming out of the UK case. And, I don't think he would have wanted her doing a victory lap either.
Yeah.
Because, and also, again, some do identify with Heard, and he doesn't want to seem insensitive to that. Optics are the key word now. Optics have been the key word through all of this. These were, of course, defamation cases. I think it'll take a few months to hammer out a mainstream producer and a studio at some level. Don't want to be coming off of this.
Right here, we're going to get past
look like it's too much happiness at Heard's expense. All right, now let's talk about Heard. She has never been a sympathetic figure in this whole situation, which speaks partially to her behavior, of course, but also to how women are treated in society. Sure. I think people have pointed out to even more egregious figures who were not raked over the coals the way that Heard has been. Sure. But again, I think that she is...
Because Amber Heard is a terrible human being.
Culpable to a degree in this situation to be fair. The whole situation has been very lopsided. Also, as you have a beloved movie star, beloved for decades, going up against not only someone far less successful and far less well-known, but someone who has never been beloved. This isn't like Zendaya versus Tom Holland. That would be a more even-handed situation. And I think the camps would be more divided. And because of that image issue, I think that Amber Heard, more than this verdict, will have trouble getting work. It's not just the verdict. I think it's the image issue. She's always had trouble getting work, with Depp testifying that he's the one who helped her get the role of Mira in the first Aquaman movie. As for Aquaman 2, I told you she only has 10 minutes. Her role's been whittled down to that, which was confirmed in court.
Yeah.
And I can see the argument for cutting her from the film entirely. I even mused about it the other day. But seeing this, I don't think Warner Brothers will.
She should be cut, but she's not going to. I highly doubt.
Want any backlash from either side. So I feel they'll let's just keep her at 10 minutes in the movie. And all the fans who swore they boycott the film if she was in it, well, I think Warner Brothers will hope that you'll feel differently now that the verdict.
I'm not going to go see the movie. I'm not.
Was in Depp's favor. Hopefully you'll feel this is passed and let her have the 10 minutes. I think the bigger question is, will Heard participate in the press tour and the red carpet?
No,
I would say yes. I would advise her to do so.
Oh my God.
But, big but here, she should focus on her work in the film and her future. Both she and Depp should stay away from this case. They should drop it. It's like picking at a scab. Move on. She might also write a book, although I think it would not be anywhere nearly as successful as Depp's. But who cares? She needs the money. Someone will pay her to write a book as well. Yeah. And she just had a child, which she needs to support. And people should be, I think, somewhat sympathetic to that. Even because that child didn't do anything. Even with Depp's potential book or any interviews that he does, again, he would be smart to back off of Heard. Don't talk about Heard. Focus on himself, focus on what he's gone through emotionally, and be very careful with his language and how he plans/hopes to move forward. And again, this innocent until proven guilty angle in both the courts and the media and on social media is a very good focus point, which will keep him from talking about Heard. His PR team is really doing a good job so far.
Yeah.
What his tour should really be about is
okay, there we go. We've gone through enough of that. Okay, there we go, right here. I'm not a fan of Grace. She didn't really say it right there, but she has gone on record saying she doesn't think it's like a good idea. She doesn't like, because being a woman, she doesn't like the fact that a lot of people are going after Amber Heard and because she's a woman. Like she said that beforehand and multiple times before. So yeah. All right, we've celebrated talking about that. Being a huge Johnny Depp fan, I'm glad about that. Let's move on now to the next topic right here. We're going to be talking about podcasting versus the mainstream media. And these two topics right here, podcasting versus mainstream media, and plus Colby Covington, these are going to be pretty short segments because I just wanted this main thing to be about Johnny Depp and being acquitted. So I just wanted. So we're not going to go too much into this, but yeah. As you guys know, mainstream media is dying. It is. It's dying. CNN gets less than 1 million viewers at every episode of their show. The top the top Fox show, Tucker Carlson gets tops 5-6 million at maximum. And I love Tucker. I love Gutfield. I love Laura Ingraham. I like Hannity, and I like just really those guys. And then I cannot stand to watch CNN. I cannot stand to watch MSNBC or CBS or ABC, Good Morning America, whatever you want to call it. I don't like that whatsoever. Well, other than the couple I mentioned that I watch them from time to time. Not all the time, but from time to time. And here's the thing, though. Podcasting is the way of the future. Podcast is pretty much today's version of the radio. It's not exactly like radio, but it's pretty similar. My show is a podcast. I started the show because I got based off of Joe Rogan, and because I'm a huge Joe Rogan fan, and he is one of the main guy that inspired me to start my own. And also Joe Rogan, he gets back in the day, this was 6, 7, 8 years, 9, 10 years ago, somewhere around there. He used to get 1 million downloads a week. His podcast would. every week. And then he got to a point like before he went to Spotify, he got like 90 million a month, and like 20 million on YouTube. Now that he's at Spotify, he gets 11 million views an episode, and his podcast is bigger than it ever has been before. And Joe Rogan is very popular, and like he gets more viewers than mainstream media. Like I believe he gets more viewers than all of CNN shows on a day combined, somewhere around there. If it's not the exactly, but it's somewhere close to that range. I don't know the exact range, but it's somewhere close to it. Yeah, and like Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, Candace Owens, all those guys. I could admit there's a few others, but pretty much everyone at Daily Wire, they get more views than mainstream media. Like Tim Pool, like a lot of his shows get around the same amount, if not in a lot of cases in more than the mainstream media. Like some it averages around the same amount, but it can get even more at sometimes. And I'm a huge Tim Pool fan. He's another one of the guys that inspired me to start my own podcast. And like, yeah, I just love doing this podcast. Like, it lets me get my thoughts out there. I can talk more about it, things and stuff like that. Because literally all at once, like I told the story multiple times before. Well, I'll get into that part in a second. But the thing is that mainstream media, they hate podcasts. They can't stand them because podcasts, they get more views than they do. Like they're multinational corporations with thousands of employees, and they can't even touch the amount of reach that a guy with a podcast does, which that's asinine to them. Joe Rogan's been doing this for like 12 years, and he's more popular than them, gets way more views than them. And like that's one of the reasons why CNN went, not just CNN, but pretty much all the rest of mainstream media went and attacked him for it. Well, not just that, because they spread some lies that he took horse something, I'm not going to say that word, that some horse medication. I can't say that word, but you know what I'm referring to for something C19. That's why. And they lied and slandered it when really all Joe was doing was taking some, he was just taking some regular medication that has won prizes, I believe. One of the top ranking medications in the world. And they slandered him by saying he took that horse medication. So yeah. Yeah. And then you got someone like even though this is a bad example of a podcast, but still though, technically they are the Young Turks. Like they're actually probably the only exception of people that get less viewers than mainstream media. They're probably the only exception because the Young Turks, they're worse than the mainstream media. They're worse than CNN. I'll just go out and say that. I would rather watch CNN over the Young Turks because the Young Turks are far more pathetic. They're far stupider, and like all their things are more idiotic. Even though CNN started, Hillary Clinton and CNN, I should say, started the Russiagate hoax, the Young Turks took and went and rolled with it, spreading lies that Russia got Trump in or whatever, like blah 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 blah, yeah, or somewhere like on mainstream media. I don't. You can debate whether or not they're mainstream media, but they're owned by a mainstream media company. The View, with like Whoopi Goldberg and like a few of the other women on there. I forgot what their names are because they're pathetic as themselves. But like Joe Rogan gets way more views than them. Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, all of them get way more views than them. Like they're like they're not CNN level stupidity, but they're pure stupidity as well. Like a lot of their takes and stuff like that. Like you can have whatever take you want. But I'm also allowed to say that your take is stupid. Like their takes, a lot of them, a whole bunch of them are pathetic. I don't understand how anyone can watch The View and like say, "Oh, this is common sense" or whatever like that. Whatever. Oh my God, like it's pathetic. Like I don't understand how anyone can watch that and like be like, "Hey, this is actually real news. These people are actually believable," and like and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. And like, yeah, sorry about that, guys. Like I'm trying to fix this part right here. But yeah. But still, though, I don't understand how anyone can watch that and think it's actually real or not. So what I believe is that podcasting will be the future, because like you see some of these people at the mainstream media companies, some of them are actually doing podcasts right outside of it. Like the company owns the podcast, but they're actually doing the podcast outside of them to reach more viewers. Like Fox has some of their hosts do podcasts. Will Kane does. Will Kane, like he's an okay person. You can look at him however you want, but yeah. Then you got like what was it? Was it the Five? Was it? Forget who it was. They're the people. I forgot what their name, with who they are. I forgot what their names are, but they do their own little podcast too. Like it's a whole group of them. I'll have to look that up again, but it's just been a while. So yeah. So I believe podcasts are the future. Mainstream media within the next 10 years is probably going to die. It probably is, and then just podcasts will be the future. And like podcasts, like there's a reason why there's a lot of people trying to get into the podcast business. It's like a lot of these companies, like with the music industry and the radio industry, they try to get into the podcasting business with the old model, where they bought pieces of podcasts and practically like this could be a whole different conversation, but I can possibly do it in a future episode, where basically like they would try to screw people out of their podcasts. They would use them to just make money, but like they own it, and like they completely cut them off. And like when they get caught stealing, they label that person difficult to work with, but what it really means difficult to steal from. That's what it really means. So yeah, like I believe podcasts, they're going to become full on mainstream. Well, mainstream. Like there's going to be like podcast networks, agents and managers or whatever will start them up. And like even some of these news corporations, like they'll probably, some of them may not die, but they'll just reform into something different, where they'll just become podcast networks. That's how I think it'll eventually become. Because mainstream media, as we know it, will be dying. Like it hasn't been official yet, but it will. Just like the same thing with like the internet, like it hasn't killed. It's going to kill television, even though it hasn't officially done yet because they haven't announced it, but they will pretty soon. Because the internet is in podcasting are pretty much the future. Podcasting is the future for news, and like the internet is the future for everything else. So yeah. All right, we talked about that for a little bit. I want to get into Colby Covington, our last topic. Colby Covington. If you guys don't know who Colby Covington is, he's my favorite UFC fighter today. He is probably the main reason why I become like a huge UFC fan these days. Well, I take that back. Him and Joe Rogan are. Because Joe Rogan is a commentator for UFC. And he does a lot of good commentating. He is great at it. Colby Covington, I'm not sure if I could play that video. I obviously can't play that video about him but I'll get into that. He's a diehard Trump supporter. He truly is. And I like that. And I like that a lot. He's a really cool guy. Like before the 2020 election, I can't. So yeah, but like a few months before that, after he destroyed Tyron Woodley in a fight, he was doing an interview afterwards, and then Donald Trump called him from the Oval Office, and like he talked to him live on air, which was awesome. And if you watch that video, I can't show the video, but because I could get a strike because UFC owns it. But like that video, like Colby flared up like a kid. He looked like a kid on Christmas morning. That's what he looked like, and he was excited. He had a smile on his face, talking with Trump. Like it was awesome just watching that. Like and seeing a guy happy like that. Like yeah. I'm just a big Colby Covington fan, and Colby Covington, he's also very popular, and he also has his own little attitude too. But his attitude is what helps him with his fighting, because he's a bad brother in the octagon. Like recently he destroyed Javier Jorge Masvidal, destroyed him in that fight. Masvidal did better than I expected, but Colby just destroyed him in the fight, because he is miles above him. And Masvidal just looked terrible after the fight. He looked depressed and like that. So he looked like he pretty much just failed, and so on. Yeah. And Colby, he's also a patriotic guy. He has the American flag. He carries the American flag out with him to the octagon. Whenever he's training, he has like a bandana with that has the American flag on it. It's red, white, and blue. The entire bandana is, and basically that's just how he does it. He basically goes out there to the ring like that because he is a full-on patriotic guy. He loves, and I mean it when I say this, he loves America. He truly does. And I just like seeing Colby Covington. He's a really cool guy. Like, not only that, he does these funny Instagram videos where he is a guy because he lives in Florida. Like out there in Florida, there's a lot of hot women out there, and really, like, he has a lot of these women in these on the Instagram videos where they're in bikinis or in swimsuits or whatever, and he has his hand on their asses and just smacking them sometimes, and like basically the opening line, all these videos, he has an opening line, and it says, "Greetings, nerds and virgins. Greetings, nerds and virgins. Greetings, nerds and virgins." Like, that is one of the most funny things that you could imagine. A guy who gets these hot ass women, and his opening line whenever he does these videos, and he's doing it to mock them, but he says, "Greetings, nerds and virgins." I don't know if I can play some of the. I'm gonna see if I can play some of those videos right here. Give me 1 second. I'll have to go to Instagram, so give me one moment right here. I'm gonna bring some of these up because yeah, right here. Give me 1 second. Instagram. I'm gonna go see. One moment. Colby Covington. Like his main thing right here on Instagram, his main profile photo is with him and Trump in the Oval Office. This is some really cool stuff right here. Like I'm right here, like you see some of these videos right here. Like, look at this right here. Like right here, I'm gonna put the audio on here. Like, just look at this. This is Colby right here. Just listen.
Greetings, nerds and virgins. America's Champ is back with America's Pick of the Week. By Colby Covington Incorporated and the Undisputed King of the Sportsbook, MyBookie.ag. You guys probably think I'm here to talk about the fights, but I'm not here to talk about my girl Pollyanna Viana and her great hips. I'm going to remind you all the NBA Conference Finals are going on, and the Miami Heat are in a great spot to bounce back. And I know you don't want to watch that woke garbage, but you don't have to. All you have to do is head on over to mybookie.ag and make an account.
Yeah, because like the NBA has gone woke and has a bunch of garbage involved in it. But it's like, yeah, I want to play a few of these because this stuff is actually hilarious right here. Like, let's just watch. This one looks good. Just these, and he irritates people. He makes them jealous of him because he gets all these hot women. Like, really, he has these three hot women right here by his car. Has one sitting in the back of the car. Like, they're sitting. These ones are right here in front of it. So, like, yeah.
Greetings, nerds and virgins. America's Champ is back with America's Pick of the Week, brought to you by Colby Covington Incorporated and the Undisputed King of the Sportsbook, MyBookie.ag.
Yeah.
We have UFC 274 going down tonight with Brazil's second favorite fighter, right behind yours truly, Charles Oliveira, taking on Ducklip Gagey.
Yep.
We all heard what you said to the Nelk boys, Gagey. And even though you're dumber than a bag of rocks, at least you're smart enough to know if we ever get locked in a cage, I'd beat the ever-living shit out of you. And if you look in the mirror.
And he would. Colby truly would.
I guess two mirrors in your case. One right in front of you and another over here somewhere for that lazy eye. You look in those mirrors and you get honest again. You know you don't stand a chance tonight either. That's why the people are going to steam that Oliveira money line and make their bank accounts great again.
Yeah, that's one of his favorite accounts, like make bank accounts great again. Obviously, it's a reference to Make America Great Again. I love that. Like, I'm a huge fan of Colby. Like, yeah, I must watch a few more of these. Like, seen some. Let me go down see some of this. Like, no, not maybe not. Let me see. Maybe no, not that one. How about this one right here? This one seems good. right here. This is actually a really good one.
Greetings, nerds and virgins. America's Champ is back with America's Pick of the Week, brought to you by
Yeah.
Covington Incorporated and the undisputed king of the sportsbook, MyBookie.ag. The pick of the week this week is the My Bracket contest at MyBookie.ag. This is your shot to turn $10 into one full Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Check out all the details below and make your bank accounts great again.
Yep.
Greetings, nerds and virgins.
Yeah, and like there's one more I want to show. I'm trying to find it. It's my favorite one. This one right here. This is actually probably my favorite one. You got to look at this one. Like, you'll see why, because this one's actually my favorite right here. I'm a huge Colby fan. Like, not only is he a bad brother in the octagon, he's actually a really funny guy and really cool badass outside of it too. Yeah.
Greetings, nerds and virgins. America's Champ is back with America's Pick of the Week, brought to you by Colby Covington Incorporated and the undisputed king of the sportsbook, MyBookie.ag. We're live in Las Vegas, and we're just hours away from the public execution of Phony Montana, a.k.a. Journeyman George, the Street Judas. You already know who the pick of the week is. It's America's champ, the people's champ, the king of Miami, and most importantly, Donald Trump's favorite fighter. Yours truly, Colby Chaos Covington. I'm about to make your bank accounts great.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Yeah. Colby's a really fun guy. Like, he's actually one of those guys that you would actually love to hang out with. You would love to be friends with him. Yeah. I like his last fight, he destroyed Masvidal. And like I don't know what Masvidal's gonna do. But right now, Colby, he's turned his attention to Dustin Poirier. Poirier, is that how you say his last name? But yeah. I don't know if that fight will happen because Dustin has said he will not fight him again. I don't know. I would hope that fight happens, but I don't know if it will. But Colby says that he's eventually going to be turning his attention back to Kamaru Usman. I'm a big fan. Kamaru Usman is actually my second favorite fighter in the UFC, only behind Colby. Like, both fights between Colby and Usman have been awesome. Some of the greatest fighting you'll ever see. Some of the greatest matches. Like, Usman, like, the first time they fought, I believe Usman won, in my view. He broke Colby's jaw. It was a great fight, and Colby had heart. And, like, even after he got his jaw broke, he still continued the fight. He looked bad, awful, his jaw did, and he actually was decent. And, like, it took the fight to the end. And so, yeah, it was an awesome fight. Then the second one, the fight they had, it was it's one of the greatest fights you'll ever see. One of them. Usman won the fight, but in my opinion, and this is truly my opinion, I think Colby actually won that fight. I gave that, like, literally Colby won it by, like, I believe when Usman won it, like, 3-1, was it? I forgot the exact round. Was it 4-1 or something like that? I believe, like, Colby won 3-2. I believe he won three rounds out of the 5. Like, and just the casual fans are the only ones that say, "Oh, that fight wasn't even close. Usman destroyed Colby." No, he didn't. And Colby is pretty much the only person to ever take down Usman, even though it was just for a second. But he still took him down nonetheless. It was still counted as a takedown. And, like, looking at it, I think it truly was a takedown, even though it was just for a moment. It still was, but the fight was awesome. I believe, like, either at the end of this year or somewhere at the beginning of next year is when we'll get that third fight of Colby and Usman to make it a trilogy. I cannot wait for that. It's going to be probably one of the greatest fights you'll ever see. I can't wait for it. I'm going to have a great, fun ass time watching that, because, like, those are my two favorite fighters of today. Usman, he is the best in like the UFC. He is. But right behind him is Colby, and it's close, very close. And Dana White, I believe, was it Dana White? I could be. I don't know if it was someone else, but I believe it was Dana that said if Usman wasn't in the UFC right now, Colby would be the champ, and that is 100% true right there, 100% true. But I think Colby can beat Usman. I think he did beat him in the last one. But I think Colby will have a good chance to beat Usman in the next fight. I think he will. And it's going to be like I think it will be an even better fight, and it'll be one of the greatest fights you'll ever see. I can't wait because it's going to be an exciting time. It'll either happen at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, somewhere around in that time range. But I don't know when it will. I'm just hoping it'll be very, very soon. Like I'm still waiting to see if Dustin will fight Colby. Still, I don't think he will, but if he does, that'll be great. Well, so yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap this video up right now because we've been going on for about an hour and 10 minutes, and so yeah, like we talked about the Johnny Depp and I'm winning the lawsuit. We talked a little bit about podcasting versus mainstream media. We talked about Colby Covington, how big of a fan I am of him, how awesome and badass he is. And so, yeah. All right, guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video, and turn on notifications so we can beat the YouTube algorithm. Because this channel is shadow banned as hell, and we're trying to grow it right here. Because we need this channel to grow to get all of my ideas out there for everyone to see. Because YouTube using an algorithm to shadow ban people just because they don't like their opinions is terrible, and we need to fight back against that. And no, I am not saying fight like what some people are trying to say. I'm trying to say like fight back so we can gain our political power back and to get our voices heard out there. That is what we're trying to do. Also, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts. Follow me, subscribe to me on Rumble, BitChute, and follow me on Gab, Minds, and Clout Hub. All right. This is Ray, the host of the Ray Infinity Show. This has been episode number 40. Catch you guys later. Peace.